Looking at the P to E ratio for Amazon and Google, Amazon is around 80 and Google is under 20. What other factors would one look at to determine if Amazon is worth a buy, even though its P to E ratio is so much higher? Well, this is a good question, and a couple of things to consider. Let's just pull up some numbers before we jump in. So I pulled in the PE ratio for the different years ending, for example, December 31st, 2022, for both Amazon and Google. And you will see here that Amazon, yes, their PE ratio is about minus 924, but that's because they had a huge write down from Rivian, which is a big part of their holdings. And that is a big problem. So that number is a little bit misleading. If we go out to 2023 year end, the PE should be more like 46. But all these numbers assume that the market cap stays where it is today, right now, at 869 billion for Amazon and 1.15 billion for Google. Now you can see that the Google PE ratio is far lower, 18.5, 17.2, 14.8, 12.6, and 10.9 out to 2026. But again, that assumes the market cap stays constant. If you assume the PE goes back to, say, 20, you can also assume the stock will double in that time frame. And that's the more important way to look at it. But I think when you look at a complex company like Amazon, you need to deconstruct all of the components. One, it's a huge logistics company. Two, it's an AI company. Three, it has AWS. And I think AWS is easily by itself worth probably close to $1 trillion. And that's the entire market cap of the company. And then they got the retail business, the advertising business, so many different components that have value. And they're just beginning, after all the infrastructure investment they've made, beginning to turn on the screws and be much more ruthless as well around where they invest. You know, maybe less into Alexa, maybe more into other areas of the business like advertising and, of course, AWS as they go forward. And that is kind of the play for the future. Now, another way to view the PEs, I just threw this as a graph together. You can see Google is not priced as rich as Amazon. And that is interesting because Google, I actually prefer as a company because of their AI and their search and things like YouTube that we are on now. But not saying that Amazon doesn't have a whole bunch of compelling values too, but I think the values that Google brings to the table are underappreciated right now in the market, just like Tesla's very much underappreciated. But even looking at the Amazon PEs, they are far higher on average than Google and will be considered so over time as we go forward, even though I do believe that Google has a much brighter future. So that's just my take. I hope that helps.